All right, let's get right into it. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're tackling what is, without a doubt, the single most critical component of consistent market success. And no, it's not a secret indicator. It's your own head. Today, we are building the ultimate guide to the psychological and physical systems of professional trading. We're going to look closely at why technical skills are honestly just a fraction of the battle, and how true mastery requires a complete top-to-bottom overhaul of your mind-body system. So, you gotta ask yourself, why do great trading strategies just consistently fail? I mean, you can have the most dialed-in technical edge in the world. You can backtest until your eyes cross. But the reality that experts like Mark Douglas and Ronday Hall have proven over decades is simply this. Even the absolute best strategy collapses the second human biology and emotions take control. Because when fear, greed, or frustration cloud your judgment, your technical edge, it just evaporates. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going on a journey from diagnosing our deeply flawed biological operating system all the way to executing sustainable professional habits. We'll be covering the caveman at the terminal, thinking like a casino, you are not your P&L, the monotony of discipline, and finally, biology, recovery, and burnout. Let's jump in. Starting with Section 1, the caveman at the terminal. We really need to confront the fact that our ancient evolutionary wiring is just completely diametrically opposed to the modern financial markets. Look, to your 6 million-year-old brain, a charging saber-toothed tiger and a red candle moving against your position, they are the exact same thing. Which means, yes, your brain literally treats a bad trade like you are about to be eaten. As performance coach Randy Howell points out, our primitive brain just doesn't understand the difference between a financial risk and a mortal threat. When you lose money, adrenaline floods your system, logic completely shuts down, and survival mode kicks in. You are literally reacting to a bad trade as if you're being hunted. 95%. Think about that for a second. That is the staggering percentage of our daily decisions that never actually go through cognition. They're emotionally based, they're instinctual, and this is exactly why raw intelligence cannot override your trading instincts. I mean, you simply cannot outsmart millions of years of evolution. Instead, you have to deliberately train and regulate that instinct to accept the completely unnatural reality of the financial markets. Which brings us nicely to Section 2, thinking like a casino. If our natural brain is terrified of financial risk, we have to entirely reprogram our cognitive approach using the legendary teachings of Mark Douglas. Okay, this is the core concept you absolutely must internalize, the probability mindset. You see, a professional trader thinks exactly like a casino. A casino doesn't sweat the outcome of a single poker hand, right? Or one spin of the roulette wheel. Why? Because they know they have a statistical edge. They know that over 1,000 spins, the math absolutely guarantees they walk away with a profit. You have to stop caring about the outcome of one individual trade and start managing your probabilities. You know, what's truly fascinating here is how this challenges literally everything we are taught growing up. We crave control. But in the markets, certainty is a complete illusion. Every single moment is utterly unique. Demanding a guarantee from the market only leads to hesitation, fear, and missed opportunities. True freedom as a trader only comes when you fully accept infinite uncertainty. So what does true risk acceptance actually look like in practice? Well, it means you pre-accept the potential loss before you even click buy or sell. If you're entering a trade just hoping not to lose, you're already trading emotionally. Instead, treat your losses like a restaurant treats the cost of unsold food. It's just a fixed business expense. And crucially, never ever risk a dollar amount that your psychology can't handle. If a loss on a single trade makes your heart race, your position size is way too big. Let's move to Section 3. You are not your P&L. Because even if you accept risk, there's a massive hidden trap waiting for you. And that trap lies in being outcome-driven. Amateurs completely obsess over their daily profit and loss. They trade to prove they are right, essentially tying their personal self-worth to a totally random market outcome. Professionals, on the other hand, are process-driven. They focus purely on flawless execution. For a pro, a winning trade where they broke their rules is a failure. But a losing trade where they followed their plan perfectly, that is a total success. There's a brilliant saying, being wrong doesn't mean you're a failure, it means you're a traitor. You have to detach your ego from the outcome. When you're in a drawdown, it is so easy to take every loss personally. Your ego screams at you to fight back, to revenge trade. But listen, a bad trading week does not make you a bad person. The very moment you untangle your identity from your daily profits, you gain the absolute clarity needed to adapt and survive.
Moving right into section 4, the monotony of discipline. We're shifting from mindset to actual execution now, and fair warning, I'm going to shatter the illusion that professional trading is some exciting, action-packed thrill ride.
6 hours. Seriously, imagine sitting perfectly still at your desk for 6 entire hours just to take a single trade, or maybe no trades at all. This is the actual reality of successful millionaire traders. Meanwhile, amateurs are out there taking 15 trades a day because they're craving excitement. The harsh truth is that the markets heavily reward deliberate boredom and monotony. They reward the person who waits patiently for their specific edge to appear. Now, if you try to sit there for 6 hours relying on raw willpower, you're going to burn out and you're going to make a mistake. Discipline isn't willpower, it's building systems that make good decisions automatic. You need a pre-trade routine that removes all the gray areas, so you aren't making 50 tiny, exhausting decisions before the market even opens. You want your good decisions to feel like second nature. So one of the most powerful systems you can build to help with this is emotional journaling. You aren't just logging your entry and exit prices here. Step 1, log how you feel before the trade. Are you anxious? Step 2, how do you feel during the trade? Are you feeling euphoric? Step 3, review this after the trade to identify your triggers. Once you can actually name an emotion, like, say, realizing you always revenge trade when you're angry, you can neutralize it before it destroys your account. Finally, we've reached Section 5, Biology, Recovery, and Burnout. This is probably the most neglected piece of the whole puzzle. You have to treat your physical body and brain like a high-performance athlete if you want to avoid the invisible, silent fatigue of trading. Look, your cognitive stamina drains rapidly when you stare at charts all day. To regulate your physical machine, you must do these 3 things. First, practice diaphragmatic breathing. When a trade goes against you, you literally stop breathing, which spikes your heart rate. Deep breathing instantly forces your brain out of panic mode. Second, optimize your sleep. Honestly, it is the ultimate hack for emotional control and willpower. And third, take a 20 to 40-minute walk with absolutely no screens right after your session to just decompress. All of this builds into a complete framework for burnout prevention. You need a weekly mental flush journal to just let go of the week's emotional baggage. You absolutely need hobbies totally unrelated to the screens to stimulate different parts of your brain. And you must take forced breaks, days completely off the charts every few weeks. Scheduled rest isn't laziness, guys. It is a vital strategic investment in your long-term performance. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question. Are you ready to stop trading your emotions and start mastering yourself? As we've seen, your real edge isn't an indicator. It's your ability to manage probabilities, accept risk, detach your ego, and optimize your physical recovery. Start implementing these systems today.